Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third edition of Deja Vu, presented by Absolute Stone Design. I'm your host, Nathan Heinschel. Tonight, we'll be watching your Richmond Kickers face off at Penn FC. The USL League match was played at F&B Field in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on July 9th, 2018. Now, I'm pleased to introduce my very distinguished guests. Joining me this evening are current Richmond Kickers defender Scott Thomsen and former Richmond kicker Owusu Sekyere. Thank you both for joining me this evening to talk some Kickers soccer. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
Thanks for having us. I'm doing well.
Yeah, Nathan, it's a pleasure as always, especially with the game choice,
Well, it was a pretty easy one for anybody who wasn't already aware. I don't want to give out too many spoilers, but Scott Thomsen has himself quite the moment during this match. And, of course, I got to watch it as a member of the enemy, as a former lead journalist for Penn FC. So it was a fun moment for some banter maybe against me and some moments to prop up Scott here because he had a pretty good game.
We'll see about the rest of the game. I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
it ends well. That's the important part.
For me, it was a big one for me. I think that was my second start, the second game that I started that season. So, and then a new coach. So I wanted to make sure, I do a lot to prove myself. So it was a good game for me too, I think.
Yep. And setting the stage, we all remember that was one of the first games that David Bulow was coaching after taking over the helm with Lee Kalishaw stepping down and then into his new role. So it was the first win, I believe, for Coach Bulow, and it was a good one to watch for him. So just some house cleaning as we get this broadcast started. In case you missed it, we were pleased to announce yesterday that our Rally Together Fund with CBS6 and Bon Secours raised 16,000 meals worth of funds for the Feed More organization.
Awesome.
But of course, Feed More still needs your help. So if you'd like to make a contribution, please go to feedmore.org. They're happy to take on any kinds of volunteering work or donations. They need your help to help feed Richmonders in need. Of course, we also have our friends at Savage Ultimate. They've re-released the spectacular Pride jersey that we wore during June of 2019 last year. The donated funds from that jersey sale will be split up for three wonderful organizations: Center for Black Equity, the Trevor Project, and Side by Side. You can find links to any of those organizations as well as a link to purchase the jersey on our official Twitter page. It's all right there. And then finally, the USL League One Board of Governors announced a return to play tentatively scheduled for July 18th. So stay tuned to our official social media channels for more information on that. All right. Now that that's all out of the way, let's watch some soccer. It's Saturday night.
Let's do it.
Now the fun part begins.
Yep. This is what we look forward to.
Definitely.
6:30 p.m. Kicker soccer. It's how it's meant to be. Good old Capelli sport.
Ooh, tough record there right now, Lewis.
Wow.
When was this in June? Was this June?
This match was played July 9th.
July.
Yes,
July.
yes.
Okay.
I remember I think it was a Monday.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because we came back and had to prepare for New York game. So yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
My man Brian Kaiser doing the play-by-play for this one. Shout out to Brian. He's a good guy. But yeah, so the match was played July 9th, 2018. It was a Monday.
Yeah.
Penn FC was actually notorious. They had this weird record where if they got a win on a Friday and then they came back on the bounce for a Monday game, they seemed to either lose it or draw it. So
that's a tough turnaround.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
It was a struggle to find some consistency, but I mean, going into this match, we saw the records. Funny enough, just the way the USL East was playing out, Penn FC was on a bit of a unbeaten run, and they were going into that summer stretch where they were pushing for a possible playoff spot. Of course, the Kickers were having their difficulties with the coaching change. Going into that match, kind of what was the vibe of the team, and what was the thought process going into that match, considering it was also the third time you guys have played Penn FC inside 2 months?
I think going into it, I think we were ready and poised for it because, like I said, it was Bilow's third game or second game. So almost everyone was trying to prove a point, get a starting role in that team. I mean, for me especially, that was like coming into it and I knew I was going to start. That was like, oh, I got to make sure I prove a point and then get the starting role moving forward. So I was ready. I was ready for this game.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a coaching change halfway through the season, it's going to hopefully add a little pep in your step within the squad. And I think for those first few weeks, it really did, especially as Bulow was trying to instill his philosophy and kind of open style of play. And then for this game, it ended up working out pretty well for us.
Yeah, and what were maybe some of the nuances in that initial change, going from the way that Lee likes to play versus the way David likes to play, especially in the middle of the season when all of a sudden you don't really have kind of an off season to put something together?
Woos, you can talk about that a little more with having more experience with Lee.
Yeah,
I only had about a full season between 2 seasons with Lee. So
yeah, I didn't think, especially for this game, because it was kind of still Bulow was kind of still new. It wasn't a lot of changes. I still think the difference wasn't that much that time, even though he was still trying to change a couple of things, but it was still about still keeping the ball, possessing the ball, and then finding the right moments to attack. So it wasn't a lot of changes, but there was definitely some changes in terms of people's energy, readiness to go. So yeah, that was my thinking. That was my thinking to that. Yeah.
And I know, I mean, Bulow probably was learning every player on the team as well and their nuances. Because I only really remember playing maybe Espanyol and North Carolina FC before this game, I think, with Bulow. So this was his first away game, so I'm sure there was a lot of emotions coming from him as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll give an extra shout out right here to former Penn FC sideline reporter Jessica Crossan, who is doing great things right now. She actually just got a position at Inter Miami. So,
oh wow, look at her!
Shout outs to her. Yep.
Awesome.
Of course.
Going from Harrisburg to Miami, huh? Living the dream.
Now look on the screen. They say Lee Palashon.
Oh, Lee Palashon over there.
Already Penn FC. You already started making some mistakes even before kickoff.
Do you think Lee would rock those kinds of socks?
I say doubtful. You might know a little better.
Yes. I doubt that.
Got my man Raul Voss, and then he had his assistant coach Danny Sanchez right there on the bench too. Wish it would have worked out. They're good guys, but it was a tough situation.
Do you know where they are right now?
I'm not sure what Danny's doing, but I know Raul Voss ended up taking a position where I believe he's working with Capelli Sport and Rush Soccer right now, doing outreach programs and things like that.
Man, our lineup was something different on this game, huh? I'm looking at it now.
I remember everything, but I didn't know Neil started that game. Yeah, Neil was the only one I couldn't remember him there. Oh, okay.
Oh, Woos.
I'm telling you, man, I was ready for this game. Trust me.
Hey, Woos, I do remember it now that I'm watching the game. Didn't you get fouled like 20 times in this game?
Yeah, I was ready. I mean, this game, like I said, I really wanted to play. So I was like, this is going to be my game. I got to step it up. So,
so if you're wondering how many times there were fouls, Penn FC committed 21 fouls in this game.
So I probably had about 10 of them.
Yep, at least 10 to 15 on Woosu. Yeah. I can't wait to watch.
Hey, they're making it uncomfortable for you,
I mean, Woos just knew how to use his body, and then like the way Woos could turn was top class for me.
Oh man. Yeah, this game I was like I gotta go all in.
Yeah, this was an interesting one too for just from my knowledge of being on the other side. The Penn FC was coming off. I don't know if it was within like 2 games of this. I know it was a significant unbeaten run, but Lucky Kosana came out of nowhere. Like, we knew how good he was, but he was kind of struggling to find his feet at the beginning part of the season. And all of a sudden he scores 3 goals at Louisville. And we're like, uh-oh, what's happening right now? And so coming into this game, it was one of those things where, unbiased or being biased on the other team, we were thinking, all right, this could be a good one to continue putting this unbeaten streak together. But you guys had different thoughts for it.
Yeah.
I do remember he was the one threat, especially like I remember the lineup they put out was definitely a little different with guys that I don't think I remember seeing on the lineup before in the last few weeks, especially on my side. And
Yeah, this one.
Shrives, come on, you got to finish.
Yes.
Who played that, Luis?
The ball? Yeah,
Yeah.
Luis did. Is it the goal?
What a player. I don't think it was this early.
No, it's not. I think
similar spot.
This play, though, that's coming up is very pivotal, I think, to Scott being in position to score his goal, because we're going to see
Shrives was supposed to be taking the free kicks. So yeah.
Brian tried to take out somebody in the VIP section. I think they gave him a bad look or something. He's like, you know what? I'm getting this person right here.
So Shriver was our free kick taker that year.
Yeah.
And I think he had scored – I know he had scored against Red Bull 2 and he scored one other before this one. I can't remember, but he was always putting him on frame. So – but he always told me, like, he had his range. Like, if it was out of his range, he was like, I'm not going to shoot it. So,
yeah, it's funny how that one works out because it's not a complete mirror, but, I mean, it's pretty close to
that's
the next free kick that she'll take. And so it's kind of interesting that you guys got, 2 shots from that area for it.
Right.
I remember some crazy hecklers behind that goal in the second half that did not shut up.
Oh, yeah. I remember that too.
Yeah, because you so looking at it from left to right, on the left you had where the Cap City crew was. They always sat in those bleachers right there behind the goal. And then, of course, you had kind of that VIP section, but it was also the only place you could get craft beer. So a lot of supporters group members would still find their way over there, so that way they get something better than like a Miller.
That's smart people.
Something with a little extra flavor.
Get on to it, Cordo. Cordo, 6'2", 200 pounds, again, flopping around out there. Almost, come on, man.
Oh boy. I'll be going after him. I wish sometimes the camera will capture some of the things I would say.
You and Cordo, 2 very direct people, that's for sure.
Oh, man. I'm like, big man. I'm a small man, but you got to use your size. Use it. I'm able to use my size.
God, Sean Lewis trying to get an assist right there.
See, that just shows how short that field was. It was really hard to find space in behind.
Yeah, I mean, playing on that converted baseball pitch, and I mean, you can very clearly see where, before the game they put sod down. It's definitely an interesting experience, especially like just how on top of everything it feels.
And even sometimes I used to get confused a little bit because they have moved stuff, and then the grass. There are some places on the field where you have a lot of grass that we can use. So whenever we go for the pregame and then I go out there, I'm like, oh, man, I'm always getting confused with this stuff. Why can't we just bring those grasses here?
You got Isaac Osei there, who I think he probably got called off sides like 7 times in this game.
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
He was like – if he would have just became a little bit more patient, I think he would have lit the league on fire because, like, he was a pretty good goal scorer and he just could not stay on sides. He never timed his runs right.
I know. I knew of him in Ghana, and in Ghana he's scoring a lot of goals there. So anytime we come to play against you guys, I'll be I was a little bit concerned about him. But whenever we played you guys, he never showed up.
They had a couple Ghanaians on this team, right?
Yeah, and then the left winger Yamwa. Yeah, he's a Ghanaian.
Yeah, we had a relationship with Inter Allies in Ghana, so we had 4 players from that team. You've got Freddie Opoku right there on the left, who we ended up selling him mid-season to a Belgian club. I mean,
wow,
and he was pretty good.
Yeah,
Very, very quick, good, very technical on the ball too. I mean, he's a difficult person probably to play defense against, I would assume.
Yeah, very fast.
Yes.
Neil putting us in a good spot there with the giveaway.
So as we're going into the 8th minute here too, we'll remind fans, if you guys got any questions for Owusu or Scott, just comment on away and we'll answer all the best ones. If you guys want to know what the pregame meal was, you can ask that. Post-game meal. If you want to ask some soccer questions too. You can
all the questions to Scott. He got all of our answers.
Of course, if you end up pulling a cup up on your camera, somebody might assume that you're drinking a beer and ask you what it is. Kyle Venter got called out in the first one, so yeah,
just water tonight, guys. Just water for me and my Yeti.
I got my peach tea, so it's for the kids.
Exactly.
It's being broadcast on the Facebook. Here. Got my man Pedro Galval getting ready to take the throw in here.
He was a good player. I remember him.
And your forward, the Rasta hair guy, what's his name again?
Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky Kosana.
He was very good in the air. He was small, but I was always scared whenever you guys had a cross. I think he even scored their goal. He scored the goal. Lucky scored the goal.
Yep. Yeah, he took the penalty.
Yeah.
Penalty. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a really silky player. Very, very crafty in the box too. Just strong nose for goal. It's everything that you want to see in a forward, especially at this level.
Good close up.
And he was making great tackle. Good runs in the box.
Yep. Yeah, I think he had some injury issues, and so it was difficult for him to kind of keep a consistent form. But I think he played for the Rowdies last year, and he had a pretty good season.
Yeah, I was always paying attention to him. I'm like, wow, I wish, because the runs he would make was very good, and I'm like, man, I wish this guy was on my team because I really like the runs he was making.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and maybe a question for you, Scott. Just going into this match, knowing kind of the type of forward that Lucky was, and then the pace that you'd have to deal with potentially Freddie Opoku if he switches the field, or
I forgot Cordo pulled that hammy. I'm listening, Nathan.
Yeah, the kind of the size and strength of Isaac Osei. Kind of what was the defensive game plan coming into this? Because despite, and you'll see it in the stat line, Penn FC had a lot of shots. They didn't really have a lot of attempts on goal, and so it was a testament to the fortitude you guys had on the back line in this one.
Yeah, I know. Was it Isaac Osei? Is that how you said his name?
Yeah, Isaac Osei. Mm-hmm.
He didn't really play much, so we didn't really know much about him. And then when the lineup came out, we were like, oh, this guy might be like a new threat for us. And he could have definitely been if he had kind of stayed on side, because he was stretching us a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a couple of the guys, Schreiber and Neil, had played with or against Lucky in their NASL days. So they kind of gave us a heads up on what to expect on him, just how experienced he was, like Owusu was talking about before, with his runs, and how effective he can be. And but mostly it was just kind of keep them in front of us, knowing that they probably would try to stretch us, especially with some quicker guys that it looked like they brought in to the lineup that were newer.
We had a quick little close-up of our guy Connor Shinosky, who, if you haven't had a chance yet, was on the newest episode of Coach's Corner. We've got that up on our social feeds and YouTube. Give that a look. He talks about how he started to get into some coaching and how that's started to help improve him as a player as well, just having that experience. So it's a good conversation. Gives a nice shout-out to the Red Army, too, if you guys are looking for
the legend's Connor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I had to ask Patrick because I had the realization, is Connor the longest tenured kicker now?
Yeah.
Because it was pretty much between you, Scott, and Connor. I think you're the two that have been the longest.
Yeah,
and then
Connor,
Matty came in the next season.
Connor came in, so I came in July 2016. Connor came in back in August, and then he's been here the whole time, and then I left for the year after that.
Actually,
So,
Connor.
well, Connor's been here like way before that.
He was way before that. I think in 2012 or 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he came in. I mean, that time he was coming in as a loan player from DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think 2014 when they went on the winning streak, Connor was part of that group. Yeah, Connor has been around for a while.
Yeah.
So definitely he's the longest serving player right now.
Oof,
no, that's not trouble. This wasn't intentional. This one I was just trying to get out of the way.
I've seen Woos kind of hit someone intentionally. I know that one.
No, this one wasn't intentional. Sometimes I'll admit it, but this one was getting out of the way.
And for anybody who missed the lineups, we can confirm Kyle Venter, current Richmond kicker, did not play in this game for Penn FC, so you don't have to worry about him getting taken out by Owusu or anything.
That was Kobe just came on for Cordo, and it was always so funny watching games back, and you'd hear some of these commentators mix up you and him with the last names.
Oh yeah,
and it was like Owusu,
Owusu.
Yeah,
oh man, Sekyere.
I mean, if you're saying it too fast, it's kind of close. It's not as egregious as when they put Lee Calishaw's name up for the close up on Bulow.
Yeah, at this point, I think we were still trying to find ways to get in behind.
Yep. Every time, a couple times I've gotten the ball, I would look forward. And I just felt like there was no space in behind there.
But the game plan was to keep the ball as long as we can to get them tired, and then we would take advantage of their tiredness.
We knew how direct they were. Like you've seen, every time their back line gets it, they're looking to play long and play off their two forwards. So we kind of knew that going in.
It was pretty funny because there was a match earlier on in the season where there was a little bit of banter going on between our Raul Vaz and the head coach for Nashville, whose name escapes me at the moment. But Raul, who's very, very German, like very German, he made just a stray quote when we were taking quotes at practice where he says, we got to prepare for Nashville, who plays a very English style of play. They like to go long because their coach was English. And in the post-game comments, Nashville, I believe, they ended up winning that match late. And the coach was like, was that pretty English or what? So, and then sure enough, like we were the ones playing long balls. So go figure.
I mean, this field, if you kept your lines tight on this field, like the only way to really look to get him or to do anything was get him behind and try to close space from there.
Right. And now that I'm watching it now, that was a good save.
Good save.
Now that we're watching it now, remember we're also very cautious with the grass not being good on our side in the back. Now I remember David kept reminding us about that, not to play around with the ball too much there, but we still tried to possess it as much as we could. That was a very good save.
Travis bailing me out there.
Central Pennsylvania native Travis Wara.
Oh,
having to play against his old stomping grounds there.
Probably had some family in the stands for this one.
Yeah,
because he was from Lancaster, I believe. I can't remember which high school he went to. I remember somebody mentioning it to me when I was working on the team. But,
I remember he grew up playing for PA Classics, he said.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
So then the first question you have to ask Travis Wara is, did you play with Christian?
I think he's too old. He's probably too old for that.
Yeah.
Just missed out.
Big boy Christian now.
Yeah, hopefully he's nice and healthy for the Premier League restart. I'd love to, as much as it pains me, as you can see from my flag, to see Christian Pulisic play for Chelsea. It's still want to see him do well. So
has he been injured?
Yeah, he's been having I think he was dealing with a hamstring or a groin.
There's the turns, Woos.
Oh, there we go. I
There's
felt
the
like,
turn.
man,
Had to get the ball a little
he
bit.
needed to get the ball up. So I'm like, man, let me leave my spot and come back there. I need to get touches on the ball.
Yeah,
it was very difficult to find midfield in this game.
Were you coming up to about Isaac's armpit there?
Yes, like I said, these big boys.
Yeah,
all over the place.
It was funny how that team would line up. It's one of the big signings in the offseason was we brought in Tommy Heineman to be our veteran striker, but poor guy at that point, just I don't think he had his legs under him, and he really struggled to stay healthy. And so all of a sudden, it presented opportunities for guys like Isaac to get into the starting lineup, and he brought a completely different element where Tommy wanted to play more of that target man role, whereas Isaac will try and get behind the back line, as we'll see with his seven offsides. But
Isaac,
Jessica always coming to your defense, Moose.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw that.
I kid.
No, you're fine. I'm used to that. Trust me. Yeah. I always like to go against the big boys at practice, so that whenever I get to games,
yeah,
it will be a normal thing for me. You should see me going out there with Kodo in practice.
Oh, all the time. All the time that year.
Yeah. Still no goals yet. Scott, we're waiting for your goal.
I know, man. We need a little life in this game. Not much is happening.
Need to find the spark.
I definitely remember us having like at least one other really good opportunity other than that Shriver chance in the first half where we thought like we had a pretty good time there.
Yeah. I know first half we were struggling to get the ball in their half. Like we were protesting it, but I remember we were struggling. I was like, man, can we get this ball out?
Just had to get a Owusu on. That's why, man. Weren't finding the general. It's interesting because that's probably the first game as Brandon. I don't know if Brandon played that much before that.
I think that was the first game he started, I think. In that season, yeah.
Neil probably didn't have too many games under his belt yet. Maybe a few.
Neil has started early in the season.
Early in the season.
Like about first 2 or 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
He started them.
So that central midfield pairing of you three was probably definitely the first time he played.
To be fair, we kept rotating lineups, figuring out how we wanted to go about it. Mm-hmm. And then David came in, and it was all over. It was kind of like we're starting all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in this game, I know I was playing the attacking position, like a 10. Yep. And then eventually I was brought to like an 8 or 6. Yeah.
Because we had to get you on the ball, man. You weren't getting the ball in the 10. Had to get you on the 6.
Yeah, that was when I started getting my fouls.
Well, I guess we'll give a quick little shout out there too to Brandon Eaton. We know he's still wearing red underneath his forward medicine.
Oh yeah, for sure. Feeling his blood.
I'd say
all braid in.
I was watching this game earlier, just trying to jog my memory of what happened, and tell you what, there's an opportunity to chant Braden Troyer. He's a warrior coming up, and later on in the match, he has an absolutely ridiculous goal line save.
Really?
That probably ends up keeping the win.
Sounds par for the course for Braden.
Hey, who is this number 14 on Penn FC's team? Oh, that boy can run. He never gets tired.
Number 14 on the team?
Yeah.
I think that was Richard Menjivar.
That boy can run. I would look at him, I'm like, man, when are you going to get tired? He never got tired. I'm like, boy, what kind of training do you do?
That was Dan Metzger was the other midfielder there too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Dan the Butcher Metzger. I don't know why I couldn't get that nickname to stick. I was only running their communications department, but
Dan and I grew up playing together since we were 14, 13.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah, so I knew Dan for a long time before that.
yeah, I remember playing against him when he was in New York.
Yep.
And then here, so even I was surprised when I saw him on this team. Yeah, this is number 14. This guy.
yeah, Richard Menjivar. He was really, really good. I I actually looked him up in the off season so that way I could try and play, GM and float his name over to Darren and Mika back in like December. But he's playing back in Ecuador, I think now. But,
he works real hard.
yeah, where his talent really was he can really spray a ball. Where if you wanted to, you could play him almost as like that Busquets role, where you just play him at the pivot and he just can play long balls wherever you want him, and he'll put him on the foot.
But I think the coach before this or the year before this season, they play him on the right back or left back, right?
That was Richard's only season in Harrisburg.
Oh,
yeah. For the most part, it was almost a completely
back straight woos. Come on, man.
Yeah.
No, then it's two of them. There's another guy who looks just like him. I think the year before.
Captain Ken Tribbett right there, number 4, who is still on the Nashville roster, I believe, for the MLS.
For the MLS?
Yeah, that guy.
That's good.
That guy can score, man. He finds himself in some great spots.
His timing in the air, yeah. He has a really good timing in air balls.
I'll always thank Ken Tribbett because he is the only bicycle kick I've seen live in person.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh.
In stoppage time against Charleston Battery to get the draw. It was the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't think
coming from a center back, I feel like that's not like a good representation for you.
It was a pretty good one though. He really gets up for it. And what was disappointing and probably indicative of how the season ended up going was at one point Ken Tribbett was our leading goal scorer.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
He had like 5 or 6 goals.
Say that. But he's one of the center back. Very few center backs in this league that is technically good.
Yep.
Almost as Connor. Connor probably the best I've seen center back, like technically the best I've seen in this league, playing in this league for that long. Yeah.
Well, Ken was another one of those guys where he got into an MLS system pretty early, and he was a Philadelphia Union player.
Right.
Yeah, he's done really well for himself over his career. Like coming from, because I know he was from kind of northeast area. I think he went to LaSalle.
Oh.
Or one of those Philadelphia schools, Temple maybe, or Drexel. One of those.
I think he's a Drexel Dragon.
Yeah, because I remember playing against him in PDL when he was on Ocean City, and then seeing how he came from like Harrisburg and did really well to get into MLS. He's done well for himself.
Yeah.
Can confirm he was a Drexel Dragon. Can't believe I remember that.
I knew it was one of those Philly schools. There's so many up there.
Yeah. Must have been because I wrote his press release. I don't know how else I'd remember it. I'm not like Patrick where I can just produce information out of nowhere.
Oh, Patrick is the man.
Yeah, he's an encyclopedia and great resource for when I need to go like, hey, what happened with the kickers here? Because, I wasn't quite aware of it. I was busy in grad school or something. So
great resource for me. I always go back to him. I'm always in his office. I'm like, Patrick,
how do I reconnect my laptop to the printer?
He's the man.
Yep. Well, real quick, too, we'll remind fans as well, we're going to start treating these Deja Vu broadcasts like a home game because obviously we kicked off at 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday night. So, of course, our season members get the opportunity to save some extra money on the team shop. So if you get a chance, hop on over to shop.richmondkickers.com. Through the end of the night, we are offering 10% off using code SCTOP10 in honor of a certain play that's coming up in about 6 minutes. So, yeah, get 10% off now.
I mean, this game before that, it was tough to watch. I was watching it back here.
Yeah.
decent amount of turnovers. I mean, we're just keeping the ball in our half, kind of finding a tough time to break them down. And same with them. They're just kind of trying it a different way with just going over the top. So
do you feel like it's because you remember that the game was a win that you kind of forget just how the play goes?
That's how it always usually goes, I think.
Because it seemed like that was the way with like last week we did the 09 championship, and Ronnie Pascal and Mike Burke were like, we don't remember playing this badly. We won this game. Why do we look so poor?
Berkey would never admit it anyway. Don't worry.
Well, I think he'd blame Ross McKenzie, right?
Yeah, that always seems to be the go-to line there. Ross and Deli's fault always.
Scapegoat for everything.
This is my first time watching it since, but I still remember some stuff on this, some plays. What was the stat that just came up? 6-1. Was it offside or what?
That was turnovers.
Oh boy.
They keep those stats, turnovers.
Yeah, and I think it was just indicative of the way the game was going. You guys were trying to play more possession. Only had the one turnover, whereas Penn FC was just going for everything.
You're right, Tish. He blamed everyone. He definitely blamed everyone except for him.
If Deja Vu has done anything, it's provided people who are not in the front office some peek in to see just how the dynamics go in there with the
is that me down there?
The youth coaches, yeah.
You guys missed that. That's foul. Like
that's got to be. I think is that your first or second?
Oh, that's me, number 4. Yeah,
I think that's only the first or second.
I feel like I'm dying.
I think it's the next 30 minutes that is really just Owusu getting fouled, Owusu getting his body in the line.
But I'll be right back up.
Well, they knew he was the midfield maestro. They couldn't let him get on his game,
Owusu making Slick Rick earn his paycheck here with that bucket hat he had on there. Rick Thomas, what a guy that guy was.
Yeah.
What a guy.
And unless my eyes are deceiving me, I think I see a dad head on the sideline. So that might be a shout out to current team manager Ray Smetanic.
Ray Mundo, best in the USL, best team ops in the USL.
Never lost.
If anyone tell you different. Hope he's watching that. Gives me an extra something this week.
I mean, it's possible he hasn't Snapchatted me yet of like a barbecue or something. So
there you go.
You didn't invite me, Ray.
Social distancing, Ray. Keep it social distancing, huh?
Well, he knew you were working at Owusu, so he didn't want you to feel like you were missing out.
Mikael, tough giveaway. Yeah, we were really trying. We were trying to find ways to kind of play up, but there's the turn. Woos. There's foul number 2. Keep the count. Keep the count.
I'm going to start counting.
I think it was Dan that took him out on that one.
Yep, that's 2.
Okay, this is the foul. Yeah,
that's 3.
I called the foul. Yeah, that's my assist right there. That's the goal.
Yep, your assist.
That's the foul.
Count it.
Now I'm going. I had some words with the ref.
Did you get
yellow cards?
I think you got sandwiched between Dan and Richard there.
I'll give you the conversation between me and Shriver on this one.
Yes, I would like to hear it.
So I don't know. We're about 30, probably 30 yards out. I mean, we're pretty far out there after looking at it here.
I wanted to hear this conversation because I knew how far out it was.
Basically, Shriver was like, and Owusu came over. He's like, "What are we doing?" And Shriver was like, "Well, this is kind of out of my range." And then he looked at me. He's like, "You want to hit it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll hit it." My favorite part of this is Owusu's reaction.
No. Hey, yeah.
There it is.
That's it right there.
Owusu was more in shock than I was, I think.
No, I wasn't like I knew you could hit it. Because I remember I think I also say go. I think before even the ball entered the net, I was like, it's in.
The craziest thing was watching this back, and that had started on the right side of the wall and ends up on the left side. So it finds that gap and then ends up in the corner. Like, I won't hit a ball like that ever again.
It's right between Thiago Calvano and Lucky Kosana, and Sean Lewis is just sitting there going, like, how do I save that? I mean,
I just remember the conversation with Shriver was like, well, it's out of my range, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I'll hit it. And he's like, you're going to hit that? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hit that.
You're going to go for it. Why not? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right, Scott?
Because I had in college, I had one pretty similar, like, distance that I went same side as the goalie in Sweet 16 game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew I could, like, hit it from that distance, just especially with these select balls. If you don't hit those things right, they just go.
Yeah.
But if you can catch them all right, then they can fly a little bit on you.
What was Buelow's reaction from you taking a shot that long?
I don't remember
That's a good question. I don't even know.
But
Buelow, if you're watching, let us know. Was he just like, no, yes?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt that was more like it.
From where I was standing, I could see it was just going in. I could see it was in. So I remember even before the ball touched the net, I was like, it's in.
I just caught it and let the ball do the rest.
Well, I can tell you from my experience, it was we were all very impressed up in the press box.
So you were where the camera angle was?
So we were sitting like right next to where the broadcasters were.
Okay.
But yeah, it was we're just sitting there like, well, if they're gonna hit a shot like that, this might be a long afternoon for us.
Yeah, I think now I'm going to get more fouls because I think now me and Brandon and I switched. So now I'm more like
finds you more. I definitely remember us finding you a lot more between now and then I think even the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, I think now is when I'm going to get a lot more touches on the ball.
I consulted with the stats and information department that we have. Owusu was fouled 9 times in this match.
All right, we're up to 2 so far, so keep the count loose.
Yeah,
we're gonna fact check Patrick.
I think it's probably 10, at least 10.
Yeah, I think
I already have 3 now.
Maybe 1 or 2 that the ref missed.
There's more to come.
Yeah, I mean statute of limitations. You can't get in trouble for calling out the refs at this point, right?
You know me, I'm always calling these refs. Did he even? I think he almost gave me a yellow card on that because I was going after him. All these referees know me.
Oof!
This is another one. That's 4. Man, these guys were breaking me down.
Look at that guy go down. Oh, you're smiling now. You're loving it.
This is like in Deja Vu 1 when it was myself, Kyle Venter, and Mutaya doing the OCB game from last year's season finale, and I think Mutaya spent half the game on the grass. I mean, they were just kicking them.
I mean, these guys are quick. Mutaya's quick on the turn. Owusu's quick on the turn. So if you get too close, you're in trouble, man.
Hey, now I'm going out the ref with some West, man. That's 4.
So were you guys doing a 4-man back line and then kind of when you were in possession, go out to like a 3-man with you pushing up, Scott? Or
yeah, that was a big part of Buelow's early tactics was kind of trying to.
This was on.
No way, ref. No way,
sir.
Yeah, you see.
Like he wanted the center midfielder to drop in, kind of center backs going out wide, and then pushing us a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
And you see in here. Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you see in this game, like it does pretty well for us in terms of kind of keeping the ball in the back, but because of how tight the space was, it was tough to it was taking the midfielder out of where we kind of were trying to break lines. So that's why Owusu was starting to drop in and get on the ball more. But we'd rather Owusu on the ball anyway, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because just seeing like Braden Troy right there, it looks like is he playing right back in this game?
Nah, Braden was actually playing center back this game.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Braden. Braden's the utility man.
Kid, man. Braden can play anywhere.
Our own James Milner, Braden Troyer.
Yep, basically.
Yep. Brady,
Never said a word about it. Just played it.
you just go along with it. Just tell him do it, and it's done. Oh, that's
Yep.
number 5.
That
Patrick,
one.
I think this one. I'm going for 10, man.
What happened on this one?
Man, this one I don't even remember. I think those
Get
guys
stepped on?
get me out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's mid-July. It's in the summer. Of course, City Island right there is where the game's being played. So you got all the bugs and it's humid. You're just like, man, I won't be here.
Like I said, you're making Rick earn his paycheck this week.
Yeah.
Sweet Patrick.
Got a question here from Matt Myers. What do you guys think was Troyer's best position on the field when he played together?
Oh.
I actually really I got to play center back or left back next to him when he was playing left center back, and I love playing when he was right next to me because one, I knew he was cleaning me up. If someone got past me, it allowed me to be a little more adventurous going forward. Towards the end of his career there, he got very, very good at center defensive mid. Maybe a little limited with his passing going forward, but the way he was cleaning up stuff in front of the back four last year, like you saw a huge difference when he started coming into center defensive mid, just with how much defensively sound we were. So I would probably say defensive mid for my take. Maybe Owusu has a different one.
Yeah, for me, I'll probably say center back. If he plays there, if you're playing, you have him behind you, nobody can go past him. You have that security there. But I'll go for center back. I think center back was with him coming with the ball, has time on the ball, seeing up the field. I think center back.
Yeah, I think the one thing, especially like coming from center back, he was just able to simplify things, and he just had to make those simple passes and keep it moving. That's what he was really, really good at.
And he clean up
rather than center defensive mid.
Getting behind out wide.
Yep. Center defensive mid, you kind of have to make the game a little more, and Braden was more of he relished the individual battles. So
he was a destroyer after all.
Yeah, he was.
I tell you what, the back line and the center defensive mid, I mean, he's good at all of them. I mean, he
played every position there over his 5-year career. So
yeah, I mean, just watching him last year, it just seemed like whenever he was playing right ahead of the both the center backs there at the 6, there's something about, I don't know if it's just his engine or what, but he was never out of position, and he's never doing anything too fancy. He's just doing everything right. And like you love to see that in a midfielder who's providing that defensive coverage in front of the back line.
But you know what's funny? I think 2015, that's when he played is really like the best. That was like his rookie year when he was playing like left back. You know what's funny? Whenever we were going to play teams, they felt like, oh, he's a rookie. So, they were trying to attack us on the left side. But man, this boy, he wouldn't say anything. No, he wouldn't even say a word. He just does his job. Nobody could go past. I don't remember any team that they will try to attack, go after him on that side, but they couldn't go there. I mean, even if he gets beat, he will still recover. So for me, I think 2015, that was when he played his best game. He played almost every game. And solid. Never gets tired. Even if he's tired, he'll still keep moving. So, yeah. Solid player, Brady.
There you go, FIFA. Make sure he gets his end of an era card from last season. Based off the 2015 season. Let's do it.
I'm sure his wife would be thrilled with that.
99 stamina. Go.
Oh. Yeah. Brady,
Yeah, we still. I was at the stadium the other day for a portion of practice, and we still have the seat cover with Braden's face on there. So it's always nice seeing him at practice, even when
I saw the deli section on the fence got taken down or got ripped down by the wind or something. I'm gonna have to tell him that.
Get Deli some zip ties and swing down Maywell Street real quick.
Oh, Mikhail's down.
That looked like a tough tackle there.
Yeah.
I put him in a bad spot, lost the ball, then got played 1-2 around. Not a good look for me, Woos. Got to end the play up there.
I think after this, Mikhail was like, "Oh, I'm done covering up." Yeah, Scott.
I mean, that's a good,
Oof.
good 50-50 there.
Oof.
Couldn't quite tell who that was that he tackled.
I think it's Prince.
Was it Prince Defoe?
That was the lefty on my
I think
side.
it was Prince.
Yeah, that was the left-footed winger that was playing on my side.
I think it was Prince.
I think it was Prince because he got substituted out.
I remember. Yeah,
second half.
I remember when this happened. Yeah, I think it was Prince.
I think Prince said 3 words to me the entire summer. A strong silent type, you know.
Oh, Ronnie.
No one is safe.
Oh, Ronnie, this one is.
I can't wait to. I think I'm gonna get like looped into hosting a full-on 2009 reunion now.
I mean, at this point, it's got to happen, right?
Oh, it's gonna be like a Comedy Central roast, I think.
It was funny watching that last week, and after they won, it was just like, all right, game's done. Like the celebration after the game was just, all right, another game's done, another season's done here, guys. We won the championship.
Just one more piece of silverware, you know.
Yeah, it was so funny watching. Like there wasn't much excitement.
Yeah, you should make it happen, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with the Kickers, we just have so much history compared to everybody else. You know, we got to take advantage of it. And so, of course, my man Ronnie rocking his Manchester United kit during the entire broadcast.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I have mine here. I have my Real Madrid kit here too. Okay, Ronnie. Yeah, I got Real here.
I had to rep the Who's tonight, guys. Had to rep them.
Yeah. I'm just repping a metal band right now. Don't worry, man. But I got my Kickers jacket on. That's the important part. But yeah, did you guys catch any of the games today? Either in Germany or La Liga returning this weekend?
Caught a bit of the Barcelona game.
Oh man,
it was interesting seeing the pace of those games. Like
they need all 5 subs right now.
Yeah, I mean it is Mallorca, so it was a little different, but. It was funny, like they would like attack with speed, and then all right, everyone's behind the ball, and then everyone chills a little bit on both sides of things.
Right.
And then you watch the German leagues, and it's like pretty intense all over the place. So it's just funny when you see the difference back to back in the same day.
How are we feeling about Messi without his beard? I think he looks about good. Like 5 years younger now.
Yeah, looks good. Did he score? I stopped watching that.
Yeah, he scored. He scored their 4th goal.
This guy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, whenever Barcelona scores, it's like Real Madrid is losing, even though we're not playing.
Are they playing tomorrow, Luce?
Yeah, I won.
Who are you guys signing in the offseason? Who are you going after?
Man, right now it doesn't look like we want to sign anyone. Our team is still, intact. We might just probably offload James Rodriguez. They want Bale to go, but I don't really like that idea. I would like him to stay.
Yeah.
But
Gareth Bale, if you're watching, you have an open invitation to come play some golf here in Richmond. We got some nice courses.
That we do.
Watch me too. I'm excited.
Who's that? That had some venom behind it.
Oh boy, at least this one it was low. Normally, I go all the way up there.
So, I mean, is 3 minutes of stoppage time really fair? I mean, they'd already fouled Owusu 5 times at this point?
For now, this is fair. We are leading, so it's fair.
Yeah, that's fine by us. We'll take 2.
Hey, even we will take 1. I think this is a 6 foul.
Oh,
I couldn't see the foul.
there it is.
It's coming. Yeah,
there it is.
That's the 6-1. Patrick, trust me. There's no way second half I had only 3 fouls. I definitely got more than 3.
Don't believe Opta. Don't believe it.
Yeah, definitely. I got more than 3 in second half. Now this is the 6-1.
Bruce, do you know how many goals you scored in your career?
Man, Patrick will know. Like I told you, I always go.
Let's check Opta, Patrick.
I always go to Patrick for those things. Patrick is the man.
Patrick is very vehemently saying that Opta says 9. So, but as the person who coordinated with Opta during the games, I don't know.
Okay. Patrick, you probably might want to add 1 more to it because definitely 45 minutes. I'm not going to get only 3 fouls.
If nothing else, the eye test. He's already at least gotten crushed 10 times.
Yeah,
recorded fouls versus what actually happened.
Yeah, and then there's Neely talking off the ref's head per usual.
Hey, this ref.
Oh, there he is. There's Ray.
I remember one game. Oh, these refs. I think after this game when we went to New York, and then I came in. I think we were losing, so I felt like, oh man, we are playing against young boys. So let them feel my presence a little bit.
Oof, I remember that foul.
I had a foul. I thought that was a red card. Man.
I remember that foul, Lewis.
The ref goes, I know you. I was like, I didn't do anything. He goes, I know you. I was like, oh, well, he knows me. So definitely I'm getting a card. So when it came out yellow, I was like, oof.
5 goals.
Patrick said 5 goals.
Nice.
Oh.
Did you score any with Charlotte, do you remember?
Charlotte. Yeah, I think I scored 1 or 2 with Charlotte, but I had more assists, I think. Yeah.
Facilitator, he wants to set up all of his teammates.
Hey, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, the turns and the dinks over the top are Owusu specials.
Yep. All right, so we are at halftime here, so we're actually going to take a quick trip to the locker room ourselves. Going to take a 5-minute break, and we will be right back with Deja Vu 3, presented by Absolute Stone Design.
Oh, boy.
Most auto insurers love when you have 2 cars, and they love it even more when you have a driveway full, because they get to charge you more. At Elephant Insurance, we believe the more cars you have, the more you save. We call it the Elephant Multi-Car Discount. It's like buying in bulk, and you can save up to 25%. Take control of your car insurance. Quote online today and see what you can save at elephant.com.
When building our home, I knew that the stone was going to be the absolute foundation to our house. I knew it needed to be durable, but also I wanted it to be beautiful. I love working with Absolute Stone Design because their customer service is top-notch, their staff is super friendly, and most of all, they truly care.
Come explore Absolute Stone Design's reimagined showroom, featuring our all-new shower and flooring galleries. No dream home is complete without Absolute Stone Design.
You are the center of a universe. That's what we've learned in 160 years serving our community. Everybody means the world to someone. So when you're in here, or if someday you find yourself in here, and when all you can think about is the world that revolves around you, we'll be a world that revolves around you too. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you.
Most auto insurers love when you have two cars, and they love it even more when you have a driveway full, because they get to charge you more. At Elephant Insurance, we believe the more cars you have, the more you save. We call it the Elephant Multi-Car Discount. It's like buying in bulk, and you can save up to 25%. Take control of your car insurance. Quote online today and see what you can save at elephant.com.
When building our home, I knew that the stone was going to be the absolute foundation to our house. I knew it needed to be durable, but also I wanted it to be beautiful. I love working with Absolute Stone Design because their customer service is top-notch, their staff is super friendly, and most of all, they truly care.
Come explore Absolute Stone Design's reimagined showroom, featuring our all-new shower and flooring galleries. No dream home is complete without Absolute Stone Design.
You are the center of a universe. That's what we've learned in 160 years serving our community. Everybody means the world to someone. So when you're in here, or if someday you find yourself in here, and when all you can think about is the world that revolves around you, we'll be a world that revolves around you too. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Deja Vu 3, presented by Absolute Stone Design. I'm joined tonight by Owusu and Scott again. It's Penn FC versus Richmond Kickers from July 9th, 2018. So far, a pretty interesting game. Penn FC probably playing more on the front foot. Kickers still working to really find your, where you want to be in the game, but thankfully you got the goal. So at least you're comfortable on the scoreline.
That was basically this whole game. I remember we were just trying to find our footing. We got that goal and then a good kind of counter goal, I believe. I do remember second half they started putting a lot more pressure on us. Bringing in Paolo Jr. here is a good player.
Yep. Now with forward Madison FC. Yep, Paolo Jr.
Yeah, he's the guy from Madison now.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Incredibly technical on the ball as well. A lot of pace. Not afraid to shoot it either. And we'll see that in the second half. I mean, Penn FC was starting to pretty much just shell the goal. I mean, they had a ton of shots in this game.
Yeah, they just all went over, right?
Yeah. They just didn't seem to bother Travis, which was the important thing for the Kickers.
I think they started pressing in the second half coming up.
Do you guys kind of remember what the talk was in the locker room with David during halftime? Being up 1-0, but kind of not feeling super comfortable in it.
Definitely. I mean, especially with the way he wanted to play, finding you guys in midfield much more than we did.
Yes, I remember it was about getting the ball to us so we can play the ball forward as quickly as we can. I remember that.
And you can see even there in that last clip, like he was very adamant that we still tried to play. Vila always wanted to play out, play good football. And sometimes it put us into a little bit of pressure. But that was one thing that he really, really wanted us to try to do in order to kind of draw them in, to create space for our midfielders to find. And I don't know if this game is a good representation of that, but
yeah.
Well, I think we'll hold up the South Georgia game from last year as kind of the pinnacle of,
that's Bulow ball at its finest there.
Yeah. I got a feeling we're going to be doing that game too, because
at some point
that was a fun one to watch.
Yeah,
we might have to see if Joe Gallardo is willing to do a broadcast on Mountain Time, because what a game!
Yeah, him and Chinny had a very good game that day.
Yeah, that was a very good game.
All the Wheaties, they ate all the Wheaties for that one. And we were joking on Deja Vu 1, Venter and I, how it was like, if there's one game from last season we're definitely not doing, it'll be Kickers at Tucson. Was that September?
When we had three red cards in the game
in like the final 10 minutes.
My gosh, that was ugly.
That was rough. Yeah,
That was I watched that game actually with the Red Army at Baja Bean, and that was the last time I went to Baja Bean before it closed down. So
Yeah, that was.
I'll always have that memory of Wahab getting a red card.
You want to talk about some interesting refereeing that day? Was interesting.
Yeah.
is the only way I can say it without
maybe some varied interpretations of the rules.
Yeah.
I'm always telling my players not to say anything to the ref, but whenever I'm playing, man, I can keep quiet.
We're not practicing what we're preaching.
Oh man, I can keep quiet on the refs. Every ref. I don't remember a ref in a game that I never said something to. Oh boy.
I always got a chuckle when I was playing in the youth leagues. Two of my best friends, Kenneth and Garrett, who were twins, they both would. It didn't matter if it was soccer or basketball or what. They always mouthed off to the refs, and their dad was always our coach, and he would get so mad and just sub them right out of the game whenever he saw them start talking to the refs.
Yeah, I'm always saying, "Oh, don't say anything to the ref." But
there's another one. Was count it.
It's always me. That's 7, Patrick.
Yep, that's 7. That's another turn.
Definitely, that's like it's about 40 minutes left in this game, so definitely I'm getting more than 9.
Oh, Owusu's getting called out.
Oh, what happened here?
Apparently, you don't keep quiet when you're coaching either.
Jess isn't on your side.
Oh, I got to keep reminding my players what's going on in the game. Sometimes, yeah.
Well, what you're doing is you're telling, don't get a yellow card, players. Just let me know and I'll back you up.
Oh boy,
I got you.
But actually, Jessica and I'm a little bit different, Oh, is that another? Oh, not me.
Yeah,
sorry,
not
Patrick.
you.
I was trying to get one for me.
On that one.
Sorry.
Oof.
Man, this second half they were coming.
They definitely got a little pep talk in their locker room. That's for sure.
Yeah, knowing how Raul was,
Jesus,
I'm sure he came into the locker room that you have to go through the submarine door to get into.
Was that not a yellow? That had to be a yellow, right? I think that's what Neil's talking to.
That's probably I'm also saying to him.
I think so. I think at this point we're getting fed up. Yeah, for sure they didn't give a yellow. I do remember this ref was like holding off for whatever reason.
So the Penn FC yellow cards, Marco Franco got one in the 38th minute, and then Dan Metzger got one in the 87th minute.
That's shocking.
The whole game?
That was a yellow right there.
Only 2 yellow cards the whole game?
Yeah, only 2 for them. And then the kickers, you guys had 3.
Was I in there?
Yeah, Scotty's got one coming up in about 8 minutes.
I can't wait to see what that was. I don't remember that.
I don't know why.
Oh man, it's not safe in these deja vu broadcasts, man. It's banter. It does not matter who you are.
Oh, Andy. Coming at you.
I don't want to reveal his score when he played today, so I'll keep him out of it.
Oh, don't say anything about me concerning golf. Please.
Hey, we gotta get you out of this ones, Moose. Got your clubs now, dude.
Hey, don't say anything about me concerning golf. I'm still working on myself.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I actually I just got a new box of balls and a gift card to one of the local golf courses for my birthday, and it's not going to be pretty. I haven't been out there in over at least a year at this point.
Oh boy.
You know what? I'll take that as a compliment from Andy because my golf game is pretty damn good. So that must mean I'm a really, really good soccer player in Andy's eyes.
Hey, I mean, if you're hitting those free kicks from like 35, I got to think you're touching fairway, 17 out of 18.
You know what's disappointing from Andy? We're both lefties. I thought the lefty crew really would have, at least on the soccer field.
All right. So, do you guys remember from this 2018 team who was the best trash talker?
Trash talker.
Apparently, we need to get
Alex Lee.
Yeah.
Alex Lee. All the years I've played, Alex Lee.
Yeah.
Unless if he's in the mood.
Connor, I think Connor's a very good trash talker as well, to be honest. He just takes his moments.
Yes.
But
Alex Lee,
who's this guy is really making you mad, huh?
Oh man, this guy Alex Lee. Okay, Andy.
I'll have a word with Andy tomorrow about that.
Andy.
Well, we were joking that I forget which guy on the roster I was talking to, but maybe doing some kind of content out at a golf course. So I don't know. I think we might have to just take a film crew out next time you guys play.
Tell you what, as long as they're ready to offside, yes, offside. Good line, boys. Good line.
Yeah, this boy.
Good line.
That's what you were talking about earlier on in this game, though. I mean, Lucky, who was 5'10", really, really good in the air. Didn't matter going up against quarterbacks.
I really paid attention to him in this game. I was like, man, this guy.
Yeah.
I think that was my first time playing against him.
Coming into this game, he had 6 goals in 5 games, and then he makes it 7 later on. He was just on fire.
Yeah. Look at how he, more like a Ronaldo style.
Yep.
Neil getting mad at me. What's new?
Yeah, I was about to say, Neil will give you the bypass and blame you.
Yeah, Neil do that classic. What the heck are you doing, man? But you could see we're definitely under pressure much more within 10 minutes of this first half.
No, they were flying at us. They were coming.
Just their final third execution was a little lacking most of the day.
Yeah, because
hey, look at assistant coach Ray sitting there.
Assistant coach Ray, assistant coach Michael Callahan.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray.
And David Bulow, one of the best dressed coaches in all of American soccer. God, last year at Heritage Night when he borrowed Wahab's shirt, unbelievable. Truly one of the best. God, that flick right there. I mean, my goodness. If Isaac is a half step faster.
Ooh,
Travis. Wow. Double save by Travis there.
Ooh.
What's Travis saying to you guys at that moment right there?
Definitely we got to pick it up. I mean, at some point we're thinking that's offside, but we got to be better than that. I don't know. Travis also just like to yell things. Woos, what do you think?
Yeah.
At times Travis would just yell things, and then you'd be like, what are you even talking about back there, man?
And then sometimes you go after the linesman or the refs saying something. Oh, that was
my man Tiago just straight up the chip. I don't think that was a cross.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, there's Travis telling people behind him to stop. That was the day. So that was a funny story because John, I think it was John, maybe John Osborne and Gordon, maybe. John can maybe comment and confirm who it was, but they dressed up as old ladies with wigs and like dresses on.
I remember that.
And they specifically asked for Udai as their pro that they were going to golf with. And at the time, Udai's English was like, hit or miss. So it was that was a funny afternoon, that one.
That day was fun, though.
That was a good time. It was hot.
Was very nice.
It was really hot, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
Good turnout. I can't remember what golf
course. That was
course.
our first time doing something with the Red Army, like in terms of, going
I
out.
I was fairly new at the time. I think that was in
that was
late July, early August. So that was kind of right when I came in.
Yeah, what I enjoyed most was, getting up close and talking to the fans. That was, I know we saw them in the stadium and all that, but having conversation and talking about stuff.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it is known. A time with the Red Army is always a good time.
Oh, yeah. Man, this time those guys were coming at us.
I'm having a tough 30
Come on,
seconds
Scott.
here. Yeah, tough 30 seconds here.
It was actually at the Baja Bean Watch party. I still had a Penn FC
There
sticker
we go,
on my
Luis.
laptop, and Gordon Glover just comes right up to me and just peels it right off my laptop.
Really?
He's like, "You don't work for them no more." So he gave me a Hardywood sticker. I was like,
see what I'm talking about with Brady in the center back.
Yep.
You saw the tackle you just made there. Man.
"Man's got all the motor."
Oh yeah, Brady, man.
I remember I hit the 70th minute mark. So this year I had a couple injuries, but it was funny because we had Austin Yearwood on the squad as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had this weird way where he would get a little hurt. Oh, there it is.
That's a yellow card.
A little late. Hey, I'm checking in with him.
Yeah.
You giving that a yellow, though? Come on.
Come on, ref. He didn't mean to take out Marco like that. It's fine.
No.
See, I know I'm saying something to him because I'm like, man.
But like I would be hurt for 2 or 3 games, and Austin would get a little hurt. So we would just kind of had this, mutual understanding. But I was not that fit at the time here in July. So 70th minute came, and I was.
Oh,
there it was.
That's
the Golden
yeah.
Girls.
Oh,
that's a Udai special.
Oh, that is a cursed image. Oh my God.
You die, man.
That was funny. I think that was probably the first time I ever met John too.
I mean, for most of them, that's what I was talking about. It was very good. Most of them, that was my first time actually, meeting them and talking to them, getting to know them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good. Those events.
Gosh, so the official shot count at the 60th minute is Penn FC's got 6. And I know based on the Opta stats, they end up finishing with 22. So they squeezed 16 shots in the last 30 minutes. I mean,
okay, Perry.
It's my first foul of the day, Perry. What about Owusu? He's the one chatting it away to the ref, huh? That was when you're a slow white guy, Perry. Sometimes you're late, sometimes you're on time, See, that one didn't really look offside to me.
Yeah, he's onside. That's why he's upset.
I don't know if Kobe had 10 touches in this game once he came in, huh?
Not really. He made some good runs. Man,
Yeah,
at this point,
I had a tough time with Paolo this game.
Oh yeah, at this point, man.
What were the adjustments that you had to make? Going up against Prince Buffo in the first half versus like Paolo in the second half.
Well, Prince, I definitely knew was a lefty. He played in front of me.
I need to get my foul here. I need to get another foul here. Come on, ref.
There it is.
Nah, that's 8.
I remember Prince was playing in front of me and it wasn't really going at me. Paolo, as soon as he got the ball, his head was down. Good 1v1 player. So, and at that time, I was starting to get fatigued and.
But hey, you had the goal, right?
Yeah, saving grace that game.
So now I have 8 fouls, just for the record.
8 fouls now?
Yeah, 8.
Only one more to go for the official Opta count.
Yeah, I still don't believe it. 30 minutes, 29 minutes to go. Definitely getting more than 2.
Oh,
more than 1.
When it's safe to travel, we might have to get you over to Europe so that way you can go have a chat with them. So, like, what are you guys doing here? Show the tape. What's happening? They were hacking me, ref.
Oh, that yellow card was Scott's your only foul.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's how you knew the ref kind of had it out for me,
Man.
You're probably a Tech fan.
It's most likely. That's how it usually goes. That feels like that hate runs deep, Nathan.
I'm not in it, man. I went to VCU, so
I didn't know it until I got there.
Nate, you're my man.
All I remember as far as my interactions with UVA is Travion Graham hitting the shot in John Paul Jones Arena to win it, and me running out into the street in the middle of the night. It was a good time.
At this point, we might have to kick Scott out because Nate, Patrick, and I, we all, VC guys. Scott might have to, we might have to kick him out.
Well, since I scored my goal, that's basically all I got in me today. So
that's it for you. Your joke time.
Yeah.
We'll let Scott produce the rest of this, and Patrick will come in, and we can.
So this is the 9th foul coming.
Yeah, what are the Rams looking like?
That's the 9th foul right there, Patrick. So
Roast.
look at the time. Definitely, I'm getting more than 9. So that's the 9th foul.
There he goes.
Yeah, ref, you gotta give him a yellow card. Ref.
There he goes.
Ref. How many times?
That one didn't really look like a foul, Woos.
It was a foul, man. Those guys were coming after me. It was
he makes a big deal in calling Thiago over like that, and then doesn't even card him. Like,
there's Woos' smile though.
And
from a mile away.
In rough times, you still gotta smile. As always.
That's I just can't believe what's happening anymore. Smile. It's like, all right, whatever.
It's whatever. Let's just keep moving.
Yep. Pushing for goal number 2.
When did we score that? It was later, right?
Yeah.
We go up 2-0, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going on about 10 minutes.
I remember we go up 2-0.
It didn't take that long for them to equalize, score 1 after we scored, right?
No, it was pretty.
Yeah, it didn't take that. Yeah, it was. I remember that too. Ooh.
That's not who you want on the backside either of that cross.
Those are those tough ones where I don't know if I should close.
Luis.
Talk about a player, Luis. Oof. Luis was silk, man. Still is. He hasn't lost that.
Who's coming? You die?
I
think we're about to make it solve. You die. I told you, Brady. Yeah, Brady had it covered, man. He doesn't say anything, but hey, Brady will get it done. I'm telling you. Oh no, Wahab. How many red cards has Wahab gotten so far in a year? Hey, in 5 years, I had only 2 red cards.
Wahab, tell him that one in Tucson doesn't count, dude. You didn't even say anything.
Hey, we made all the 2. It was well deserved, though.
Yeah, you definitely made it worth it on the one.
Yeah, the one I had one in Cincinnati. That one, too bad I didn't get the guy the way I wanted to hit him.
Oh.
But that was a red card. The ref was right there.
Freddie's touch betrayed him there, man. Otherwise, he could have probably beat Braden on that.
No, Nathan,
man.
have you been listening to Owusu and I?
Hey, trust me, Brady.
The guy could have taken the best touch in the world. It's not going to happen.
Brady, I'm telling you, man. Even when he was at the left back, I'm telling you, they will put the guys who were like the fastest, and Brady, you won't go. No, you won't.
And you were right. You just came in for Brendan Eaton.
Right. Wahab, 7 yellow cards. Woo. Come on, my friend. In 1 year. That shouldn't be happening, boy. And 1 red card already in a year. You better not get any red card this year because
we are
in my 5 years, I got only 2 yellow cards. 2 red cards.
Oh, man.
That's the Neil we know and love, baby.
Hey. Oh, actually, Neil too was a trash talker, though.
Yep. I'm going to put Neil up there.
Yeah, Neil. I would say Alex, Neil, and Connor.
Mm-hmm. Those would be my 3.
Yeah, me, I'll talk, but, I wouldn't be talking trash.
Well, it wasn't much. Yeah, with you, it wasn't so much trash.
Yeah, me, I wouldn't even talking trash, Scott. Don't even say so much.
Unless in Ghanaian, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe in Ghanaian, maybe. Yeah, but
kill him with this, right?
Nice.
Woos is getting up from the ground, and he just looks at the guy and goes, "Nice foul, good job."
It was mostly going after the referees, though.
Yeah, more the refs. I don't think Owusu really.
I don't even want to waste time on players. I want you to do the talking with the ball.
You're telling me that wasn't a yellow for Metzger there? That's shocking.
This ref that day, man.
Metzger really got away with some stuff in this one. He doesn't get his yellow till like the 87th minute.
Oh, Jesus, ref.
Oh, that is about as professional as they come right there.
Okay, Martin. Actually, but I go one suspension on card accumulation, yellow cards. I think that was only one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Scott was a maestro those days.
You'll see him leave the left real quick. Go play one up the middle.
It was funny. Nobody took the 10 that year, so I was like, you know what, I'll take it. I used to actually play the 10 growing up, so I wanted to bring back my glory days.
You remember I told you about you being a center midfielder before?
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see it.
Owusu always said it.
I played this guy 8 or 10.
Try to be like Braden, play a bunch of different positions,
Is he gonna give Travis yellow card?
Shocking.
Whoa. This man.
Shocking.
Come on, ref.
Accusing somebody of time wasting in only the 69th minute. Come on now.
Whatever, ref.
I mean, I think the whole back line was moving up. Like, Travis wasn't going to play the ball till you guys were set. That's fine. I mean, come on.
I would love to know how many times Kobe touched the ball this second half.
Actually, you're right. Yeah.
I don't think he's touched it once, man.
Come on, one more foul for me. So, I'm waiting for that. I think I
20 minutes for sure, man.
Oh, yeah.
20 minutes for sure.
I go one. Kobe, 16 touches for the whole game. I mean,
16 touches?
Yeah, he came on. He was on when we scored the goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he was probably on from 15 minutes on or so. Oh, jeez.
He played about 70 minutes, at least.
Was you yelling at me or Mikel now? What do you think?
What'd you say?
Were you yelling at me or Mikel on this one? Hold on, watch it.
Nah, it was.
Gotta be me, right? Gotta be
yelling
at me.
Scott.
Was luckier guy.
Man, you gotta wait for a lot. You needed Brady on your side there, man.
I know, man.
You were lucky. You got away with a lot.
I swear, man, Isaac Osei, once he figured out patience, oh my gosh, what a striker. But I just remember every single game, there was at least 3 times where we're just screaming, like, if you just waited a half a second, I know you're still faster than those center backs.
Because he had the pace. He had
the pace, and you're strong too.
Well, that's why he gets he came over to Harrisburg to figure it all out. I don't know with those guys where they ended up playing, if they stayed in the USL or if they went back over to Ghana or not.
I know Isaac and Prince went back to Ghana and played for Inter Allies.
Okay.
Yeah. Osai is still with Inter Allies, just that the league is down now. But yeah, he's still with Inter Allies.
Are they? When is their season, Woos?
Ghana?
Yeah.
Right now they don't know when they're going to get back to, but they were in mid-season, like halfway through.
When do they start?
They started, I think somewhere in November. Yeah, November or December, one of them. Yeah, around that time. But they have played a lot of games. They were playing Sunday, Wednesday. Yeah. You know Wahab played for Inter Allies a little bit?
Yeah, I remember seeing that on Seeing that somewhere.
Yeah.
Woo.
Ooh, Travis. Oof. Oof. Man, at this point, we needed that second goal. Okay, Travis.
Yeah, we did.
At this point, we were guys down. Everyone was done.
I could tell you, I was absolutely done this game.
Oh, after this game, oh, you remember what? Now that, do you remember what happened when we were coming back?
Was this game when our bus broke down?
Yes.
This is a
Now that I
classic.
remember that, this was the game that we and you know we had to make a quick turnaround and go back to New York. So our bus broke down and we got to Richmond like 5 or 6 in the morning.
I think it was. Was this when we had to change buses and walk on 95?
Yes.
Oh, what a
Yes.
classic!
Yes.
So it's
yes.
about what is it? About 4.5 hours, 5 hours tops to Harrisburg from here.
I think it was about.
You can do that drive in 4.5 hours if you time DC right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I
sure
became an expert doing that one.
with a bus you can get up there in whatever 5 hours. So we probably would have gone home. This type of game, we would have left right after. Got home.
We got food left, so we normally get like around 3,
2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
There we go.
Tiago's touch failing him right there.
Yep. This is it.
There it is.
Oh, after this goal, I was like, okay, now job done.
A little bit of breathing room.
A little bit.
Great ball from Shriver there with his left.
Like, we can chill a little bit.
Luis, how quick Luis is. He was able to make up ground to get back post there.
Yeah.
I mean, just bad from the center back.
But you know what's funny? I always didn't think. I mean, I never thought Shriver was that quick.
Yeah.
Because when you see him, even in practice, you know, you wouldn't see it. But in games, you see him fly by people. I was like, whoa, this boy, he can run.
Yeah, Shriver was quick, and then Luis was so quick. So
are we giving Luis best hairstyle on the team that year?
For sure, 100%. That's
absolutely.
That's him.
But yeah, after this game, we made it to exit 98. I want to say.
Yeah.
On 95.
So you guys would have been like in Doswell then?
Yeah, the one you know that one that's got like the big Harley Davidson store like right to the right of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we made it to that exit, and like our bus, we were like trying. Hey, another one was
10. Yeah, I told you, Patrick. That's foul number 10. I knew it was coming.
There he
is. That is foul number 10, Patrick. That is it.
We made it to that exit, and we broke down, and we were trying to. The bus driver was trying to start it up, and it kept going on and off. So then we have to get all our stuff off the bus, all of it off the bottom, and we're walking on the side of 95 because we're about a quarter mile from the exit, and we're like debating on if we got to all call Ubers or something like that, or because like the bus company was going to take forever, and then the bus, 20 minutes of everyone walking up 95. What a save, Travis. There it is, Bray.
Oh, boy.
Then he takes out Lucky for the pen.
Oh,
it was the same play. Oh,
yeah. I remember Alex crossing that picture.
You got Braden just hauling to
what a waste of a play there.
Hey, now look at Braden. Look at him coming back. He just comes and stand right up there. I'm ready to go. That's him. He's ready to go.
Oh, hey, Lee.
One of the best guys to be around, man. Very good guy.
Man. Yeah.
Very, very good guy. Come on, Travis. Lucky. Oof. At this point, I'm like, whoa, these guys, please let us take our win home.
We got a tough 15 here to finish.
Yeah.
Please let us take our win home.
Cool as you like
Limited.
it right there. And then T's Old Business runs right in there, gets the ball. He's like, guys, we got 13 minutes. Let's go.
This is where 10 of their shots come. Ooh, so you were pointing the wrong way, dude.
I know.
You die.
Sushi.
What'd you call him? Mangala?
Yeah.
You called him Mangala all the time, right?
Yeah. How did I even come up with that name?
I don't know. I came
know.
late and you were calling him
Just
Mangala, and I was like,
Just
what
came
is
out of nowhere.
going on here?
Oh boy. Okay, Mikhail, come on now. You don't give up this win.
It's all right. You got Braden back there. He took care of it.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, we did not play well this game, that's for sure.
No. I mean, for second half, they were coming at us like
Yeah.
they were just flying. But I mean, at this point, we were tired, so we were like, okay,
Yeah, I
at
know.
least
At
we
that
take
point,
home our win.
we were going
Let's
through a
just
little
come
bit of
back.
a transition with Lee and Bulow, and our fitness maybe wasn't what Bulow's style kind of needed at the time.
Come on, Kobe, shoot the ball.
Cobes.
Come on, son.
16 touches all game. You got to take advantage of those, huh?
Yeah. Shoot the J. Well, as we're going into the final 10 minutes of regulation here, I'll remind everybody, if you guys got any questions for Owusu or Scott, send them on in through the chat here. We'll get them up if they're good questions. You can ask them anything if you really want to, but of course we are watching the soccer game, so if you want to talk about soccer, they can provide some answers to those. If you want to know how their post-game Chipotle was, which I can assume it was Chipotle based on Alan Moore being the guy ordering all the food for both teams. For Penn FC, I got to think it was probably Chipotle.
I'm going to go with a nah. We had to stop at a grocery store on the way home.
No,
What do
you
you
had to
think,
stop?
Luke?
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you stop
Sure.
at a Weiss or a Giant?
Definitely a Giant.
Yeah.
So I remember my brother lives in Pennsylvania, and I used his card number to get the discount.
There you go. It's weird because like we still had Martins here in Richmond, and it was part of the Giant brand, but for whatever reason they weren't connected. So I had to have a Martins card for when I was here, then I had to have a Giant card for when I was living in PA.
Really?
Yeah, and neither one ever worked.
Oh.
Game's getting a bit stretched here now.
Yeah.
We're keeping a solid back four. Me and Lee staying home.
At least, like I said, we needed our win. This was going to be our first away win. So yeah, for sure, we need to keep that in tight. 10 minutes.
So at this point, are you guys kind of just trying to secure the 2-1 win, where you're playing more, playing a little bit farther back, and then just looking to maybe hit them on the counter, just based on the way that they were playing?
Yeah.
Most definitely. Especially at this time of the year. I think we had some draws, not that many results that were going our way. So we knew we needed to get 3 points.
But yeah, we were lucky.
Yeah, if I remember right, this was one of the games that we had where I think we had fireworks at like 7 different games in July, because there was a firework company that was one of our partnerships. So it was one of these ones where everyone was kind of looking at it as like, man, I think we probably should have won that, and but we didn't. And now we're shooting off fireworks. Like this seems kind of dumb. Oh, here's another question from Matt. Any baseball fields you guys played on that were better than the others? I'm going to assume Louisville was probably dead last, right?
Louisville
I was just about to say that.
Louisville will always be one of the worst fields I've played on in my pro soccer career. Woosu, you might have played on worse when it was the old days of USL, but I mean, anytime you were on the turf section of that, you thought your knee could have gone. Patrick, I don't agree. Lansing was bad, but the turf on Louisville's like, I mean, I remember seeing Yambi and Hugh almost like blow their knee out like twice.
Oh, Louisville.
And it was on skates.
Louisville, like it's the West. I mean, this one it was probably okay,
Yambi.
good.
Bring in Yambi.
Oh, the mind. Yeah.
Bring it in the
See,
general.
now we about to secure the win. That's
Close
it.
up shop here.
We're going to close it.
Might as well close early, guys. It's over.
Is Yambi 40 at this point or 50?
Nah, you don't be coming at you for that, man.
Hope he's watching. I hope he's well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kenny.
All right, Kenny.
Ken was one of our diehard fans when I was there. Still is, but who else has a baseball field? I can't even remember.
At this point we're going back 5. Oof.
Yep.
I'll tell you what now, when Open Cup resumes, it'd be nice to get a draw at the new Louisville Stadium. That place looks sweet.
Looks very nice.
Oh, did they start playing at that stadium?
They haven't gotten to play yet.
They start back up. They should be. It's open now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
The
Because
pictures
that
of it
field
look
they were
awesome.
playing on, man. That field was no good.
Yeah, you look at that stadium and they just announced like some new facilities, and you're like, fam, why aren't you in the MLS? Like, they got some cool stuff over there. They're really doing something big.
This is where all those shots are coming. They are high scoring shots.
Just got torched again, Lou. Tough day for me, man.
Yeah, man, that was a long day for you. Long evening.
Well, keeping with the baseball field, you'll have a new one this year when you get to go play out at Omaha. They'll be at a baseball field. So
yeah,
which team is coming out of Omaha?
Union Omaha.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
How many teams are in the League One now?
We're at 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's 3 new teams that were at it, and of course, Lansing had to close up shop, so it still kept it even then at 12. So then we got Fort Lauderdale. You looking forward to going down to South Florida this year, Scott?
I'm not a big fan of the heat, so.
Oh, I remember.
And, Fort Lauderdale would probably be pretty nice.
Speaking as a Floridian, I can't do humidity. So
yeah, Miami. My year down in Orlando, I learned that pretty convincingly that
it's tough.
It is not easy.
Oh, I remember going to Orlando with Charlotte. When I was in Charlotte, I think that was my first time. Man, those there and then Phoenix. Those 2 places that I've played during the summertime. That was my worst experience when it comes to humidity.
Yeah,
when we played in Tucson, it wasn't too bad, to be honest.
Oh.
Like, I've had a couple trips to Charleston that have been also very humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't time it right in Harrisburg, just being right there on the river on City Island.
Yeah,
we had a couple games that were just.
Oh.
And then you got the mayflies that come in too, and there's so many of them that they start to kind of block out the lights to the point where it's starting to get dark in the stadium. It's really eerie. Probably a sign not to build a stadium on an island, but it's unique. It's cool. Tim Tebow's played on that field. So
how's their minor league baseball team done?
The Senators, I think they haven't been playing as well recently. They're in the same league as the Squirrels.
Okay.
Yeah, so they play pretty regularly. In fact, the one Squirrels game I went to last year was a Harrisburg Senators game.
Nice. A little deja vu for you there.
Yep. Showed up, got my my Luchador bobblehead, and then I went and saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood at the movie theater instead.
Nice.
Shout outs to the Squirrels, though. I still like them, even though I don't like baseball. It's the reason why I work for the soccer team, right?
They're fun games, though. I've been to a couple.
No, they are.
They're not bad.
And they're doing the food pickup now on Fridays. Go get some squirrely fries.
There you go.
Did you do that?
Finally, I guess a yellow card.
Yeah, that's definitely not in my diet, but yeah, there's Metzger's card. Took 86 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And several yellow card fouls. Oof.
Two studded. Not sure if he caught him, but it's the thought that counts.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking up a couple of the guys. Dan's at Memphis now.
Yeah.
And you got Marco Franco that was playing for Penn FC. He's at Miami FC, who just joined the USL Championship.
Oh,
He's landed on his feet. Nice.
Yeah. So now Dan's getting to play with Tim Howard. So that's pretty cool.
oh, is Timmy going to play?
Yeah, Timmy,
He played the first game or two that they played.
didn't.
Oh, I thought he was.
They got rocked.
It did not go well. It was like
They got rocked. I think they gave up 4 goals. He said, "I want to go back to retirement."
Tim's like, did I just like completely crash my legacy in one game?
I thought he was just going to be there as a general manager.
He got the itch. He got the
I
itch
think he
back,
got
I
the
guess.
He's like, I can't just run this team. I got to be on this team.
Well, their goalie coach, or their head coach actually, was the goalie coach for Orlando's first team when I was down there with the second team.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a New Jersey like legend, Tim O'Queen. And he was Tim Howard's first ever coach when Timmy was come out of the Metro Stars when he was like 17, 18. And has been like one of his best friends ever since. So all makes sense why they're still connected there.
Oh no!
Yeah, you got a nice little pocket of New Jersey starting to really make an impact on the whole U.S. soccer scene. It seems like.
Yeah, Jersey's a very strong soccer community. You almost had a bike there, Nathan.
Yeah, Nate.
Had to come to the rescue.
Look.
Oh. Terrible optics there by the USL production staff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Captain Ken wasn't necessarily about quantity. He was about quality.
Hey, all you know is Owusu, when it counted, check this out. When it counted, right?
Hey,
88th minute here.
All right there.
Get big. Oof, big save.
No scissor for you, sir. No.
I had to make up for those 5 other times I got rocked.
You had to. Come on, Big Osei. You ran out of time. Come on, Big Osei.
I think this was one of the first game. I think this might have been actually, if not his first start, one of the first starts. So I'm sure by the 90th minute, he was just dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't even think I remember seeing his name in the scout or anything. So that's not surprising. And like you said, what was it, the second or third time we had played him in a month?
Yep.
Between the league and
that was the first
he never
time
played
against us. Yeah.
Yeah, that side of the field right there where
that's a lot of stoppage time.
I just feel like it's cursed at this point. When Penn FC played Tampa Bay Rowdies, would have been, it was May or early June. Rowdies were on a good run. Penn FC, who were the underdogs, actually ended up pulling it out and they won. And it was one of those just killing the game at that point. And Mauro Estacquio subs in like the 87th minute or something like that. And he ended up tearing his ACL just playing the ball at the corner, just trying to hold up play.
Really?
Yeah, it was brutal. It was Patrick. Owusu's the reason why we have so much stoppage time, because they were just killing him.
I'm trying to say something to the ref.
It wasn't the fouls. It was more how much Owusu had to talk to the ref after.
He's not even listening to me. He's like, yeah, I've heard too much. I've heard a lot from you today. Just keep moving. Yeah, you're going to hear me if you're a ref.
Thank you, Travis. We'll take that.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah, at this point, they're just playing Ken Tribbett at striker.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you're 6'5". Go on up. Playing 3-man back line.
Travis wasn't happy about this one.
No,
can't blame him, man. What's he doing?
Travis.
Unfortunately, won't get to see it on Deja Vu, but new Richmond kicker Kyle Venter was on the end of a couple successful ones of those too.
This year too, he was for Penn
Yeah,
FC?
that year at Penn FC.
Yeah.
Both Ken Tribbett and Kyle Venter both
Kyle played at Penn FC?
yeah, they were two of our leading goal scorers off set pieces.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. We're
Well, I knew I didn't play well this week, Matt, so I just got lucky that I scored the goal.
we've been trying to do kind of a nice new game versus old game, trying to get in a little bit of a rhythm. So we haven't announced what the new one is yet, but hopefully they don't regret coming on.
You should bring Wahab on the game. He got the red card.
No, I think we're going to tuck that one in the vault. I don't think anybody wants to watch that game. 0-0. Three
an ugly game, man.
Yeah. The only good part of that game was I got a couple free wings from Gordon Glover. So. Shout out to Gordon Glover.
Man, at this point, we're like, man, Rev, can you end the game?
Ref, where's the time? Oh, here comes the keep.
Okay, keep.
Sean Lewis.
Is he still playing?
Yes, he is at
he's in a championship somewhere, right?
Come on, Ref, it's time. I mean, by the time we throw this ball in, it's already time. Can you finish it?
Looks like Sean Lewis is at FC Tulsa right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Big throw there, Woos. Way to waste time, Scotty.
Yeah, you had to. Thank you, big man.
Yombinho with the big header out. This part of the game is a Yambi special, huh? Headed out. All right, let's see.
Blow it, Ref.
What does Kobe do here? Well done, Kobe. Way to win a throw.
Yeah, thank you, Ref. Thank you. We got our win.
What a win, Woos.
Yeah, big one. Big win there. That was a big one.
What a win there, boys.
That was a big one.
Yep. And so anybody who's just joining us and might have missed the intro here. So this was David Bulow as head coach. That was his first win with the Kickers. What did that mean to you guys, with the coaching change and being able to get that W for Bulow here?
Yeah, I mean, for us, I felt like it was a good win, number one, and also being the first road win the whole season. We thought it brought some confidence back where we thought, now we are back to some winning ways. So I thought it was a huge win for us and very important.
I think the first road win would have been a big one. I mean, that's the fact that came in. What did you say it was? July?
Yeah.
Was not great, but I think getting your first win on the road, that monkey off your back is a big one. And then to do it for Bulow after a couple games in was special for him, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure he would have wanted to do it in front of the Red Army.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, because if we ever have to watch the Penn FC game where they came to City Stadium, we can watch that one. Bulow got the dub on that one too.
There you go. He's got a good record against them.
Yeah, Raul Voss, man, he was just ruined the day when he had to play the Kickers. But yeah. So not the best performance, probably I'd say admittedly for the Kickers, but at the end of the day, you know what? You got to have those games sometimes where you just gut it out and you get the dub. And if you guys weren't aware, anybody still watching, SC top 10 goal from Scott Thomsen right there.
Keep searching it, fellas. Get the views. Get the views up.
Free kick. In fact, we're taking 10% off shop.richmondkickers.com for the rest of the night with the code SC top 10. So get on there, get some gear. We got the new jerseys with Absolute Stone Design, our presenting sponsor for the show as well. They're pretty sweet.
You're welcome, everybody, for that 10% there.
Yeah. I got to go get my, my jersey.
You want mine, Roos? I'm still playing.
No, I'm sorry, man. I stayed in that number 4. With that,
like I told you, I was doing some cleaning. I got
right here. There it is.
This one I think is the original one, the one I wore for this game.
Yep, extra small.
Yeah, extra small.
Big money, Woos. That's worth big money.
So
yeah,
maybe we need to figure out something where I'll see you in the office, Woos, so we can get that signed up, and
we gotta make some negotiation on that.
maybe raise some money, or
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe Jessica might pilfer it when we're not looking. But
she's got to have enough of yours, Woos. She's got to have enough of your jerseys by now.
Jessica can make that negotiation.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. Thank you again to Scott and Owusu for showing up today, so that way we could talk Richmond Kicker soccer, because Saturday nights and Richmond Kicker soccer are synonymous. Just a couple things if you missed the beginning of the broadcast. The Kickers were able to announce this week that we raised 16,000 meals worth of funds for the Feed More organization through our Rally Together with CBS6 and Bon Secours. Feed More is still taking donations, though. So if you are able to make a contribution, please go to their website at feedmore.org. Still, obviously, a lot of people affected by the COVID-19 pandemic that could use your help, and Feed More is doing a lot of great work in making sure that Richmonders don't go hungry. Also, check out our official Twitter page. Our friends at Savage Ultimate have re-released our Pride jersey from last year. That looks absolutely mint. They talk about drip up there in Forward Madison, but we've got the old Windows 98 screensaver Pride jersey that looks absolutely fire. And of course, funds are being donated across 3 foundations: the Center for Black Equity, the Trevor Project, and Side by Side, all great organizations that are helping members of the LGBTQ plus community, and especially Black members of that community. So if you want to rock a new Pride jersey for the Kickers, go find that on the Savage Ultimate website, and you can help out a lot of people in the process as well. But of course, keep a lock to the Richmond Kickers social media channels as we announced a return to play tentatively scheduled for July 18th. So we are looking forward to getting back to City Stadium. Scott's already been practicing. I know he's raring to get back out there. And
we are ready.
We can't wait to play in front of the Red Army again. It's been too long, and I think we're ready to get some wins. We got D Tarzan at the helm. I think it's going to be fast and furious when we get back on that pitch.
Yeah.
So once again, want to thank everybody for joining us. Always a pleasure talking Kicker soccer. And until then, we will see you next Saturday.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in, and thanks for having us, Nate.
Yep, of course.
Most auto insurers love when you have 2 cars, and they love it even more when you have a driveway full, because they get to charge you more. At Elephant Insurance, we believe the more cars you have, the more you save. We call it the Elephant Multi-Car Discount. It's like buying in bulk, and you can save up to 25%. Take control of your car insurance. Quote online today and see what you can save at elephant.com.
When building our home, I knew that the stone was going to be the absolute foundation to our house. I knew it needed to be durable, but also I wanted it to be beautiful. I love working with Absolute Stone Design because their customer service is top-notch, their staff is super friendly, and most of all, they truly care.
Come explore Absolute Stone Design's reimagined showroom, featuring our all-new shower and flooring galleries. No dream home is complete without Absolute Stone Design.
You are the center of a universe. That's what we've learned in 160 years serving our community. Everybody means the world to someone. So when you're in here, or if someday you find yourself in here, and when all you can think about is the world that revolves around you, we'll be a world that revolves around you too. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you.